What's up? It's a Friday. I'm ready to unbox the next figure. I don't know which one yet though. I definitely want to unbox one of these. And I'm thinking I'm going to unbox Sabo. I think I'm going to save the best. I think this one is the best out of the three. So I'm going to save this one for last and get Sabo cracked open. Box is pretty one piece. Lots of stuff going on. I think you pretty much get the standard one piece accessories. He has his coat, he has his pipe, hat, extra faceplates, hands, and let's crack her open. Really pumped. Didn't realize they were going to make a Sabo figure. And here is Bleach just struggling to come out with any new figures. But that is Sabo. None of the One Piece has any instructions. Most of the instructions are on the box, so you don't have a piece of paper missing. But let's take a look at this third brother. Alright, so we have to take off some coverings. There's a covering right under his shirt. And here it is. This is Sabo. What do you guys think? Let's play with them a little bit. Overall, really good. Nothing crazy. He has a pretty simple design. Everything is, a separate piece. Literally nothing's painted except the faceplate. Everything else is pretty much its own individual piece for color wise, which is cool. He has this like movable torso shirt. Can get a pretty good bend forward. Pretty tall though. Joints are pretty good. We have a couple of joints for his jacket. They're like around his shoulders, and you can kind of do have a lot of movement with his pieces, which is kind of cool. But this back part doesn't really move, so you can't really have it as a like flinging out piece. What I did notice when I was looking at the box, that Ace has an actual cloth piece, so that's pretty cool. Would have definitely loved if every other figure had some type of cloth piece like this guy. I don't know how they would do it, but yeah. So they got a little bit smarter and added a slit here, so you can actually, get some bend and not tear it open. All the joints are pretty solid. Yeah, he's looking pretty solid, but I think you need a stand because his coat is gonna pull him back a little bit. For accessory wise, let's see what he's got. So we got the hat with the hair attached, and then with the hat you have iconic goggles that I think you could just put on his face, or not really. You just throw it on his hat, which works. It's cool that it's a separate piece and it's not one single piece. His pipe, man, just has a fucking pipe, and it's a pretty generic pipe. It looks like it's painted. Yes, so this color separation are painted on, and it looks pretty clean. Nothing too much to say. All of his hands are gloves. A lot of the fighting art styles with his hands. Just like dragon claw hand. And then for face plates, let me just move this camera up. I don't know why I've never done this. For his face plates, you can see we have a crying Luffy included. I really like that they include these extra pieces, because it's kind of, I don't know, it's like, yeah, obviously you're gonna collect Luffy. If you're collecting Luffy, you're gonna collect. If you're gonna get these other figures, there's no way you're just gonna get these. So it's cool that they add an extra piece that you can utilize with Luffy. You should have really done that with like Ichigo, but he gets 3 faces. With this face, with the face that he comes with is just a generic looking straight on face, and then we have a screaming face, a smiling face, and a smirking face a little bit. I think I am going to stick with this guy. Sabo's a pretty cheery guy after we meet him. So let's try that. We're obviously going to put the hat on because I need the hat. Like, why would I not include the hat? But I guess the sucky part is the hat isn't a separate piece with the hair. It's together. I guess they needed to do that in order for it to stay on. They could have done what they did with Luffy, but then he would have a different headpiece. And I guess, I don't know, maybe there were too many complaints that it was built like that. But, or wait, maybe you can take it off. Or how else was I? Oh, wait, you can't take it off. Oh, I'm just dumb. But a part of the hat just flew off. I don't know what that was. But you could take the hat off. Oh, did not know that. You have to take the hat off for you to swap face plates, because you have to take off the bangs. So you input the face, then the bangs. She bang. And the seam lines are way better than it is compared to Okarun. If you guys want to take a better look at what his head looks like without the hat. Oof, bad hair day, bruh. Oh, so whatever I just said about not having a separate piece of hat, here it is. And now you can have kind of have all the hats stacking on top of each other, or in a line, or whatever. Maybe you got extra pieces. I definitely have an extra straw hat because I have like 3 separate Luffys. So that's besides the point. We have to plug this guy back in. And that's pretty snug. And from there, we could just put his hat on and swap out his hands so we can get some posing in. We're not going to use these hands. We're going to use some more colorful hands like Dragon Claw, and then probably a holding. How do I stick it in though? What? Wait. Oh. So, wait, actually, 2 separate pieces for the pole. That's cool. I really like it like this, so I don't have to like bend the fingers and kind of ruin it. Now, like if I do it like this, it's a little bit more secure. There's no way it's gonna fall out, Oh man, he is a pretty good looking figure though. I really like it. And he seems a lot more solid compared to Luffy. Doesn't not come with the stand, but he definitely would have been nice if they included a stand, and I pulled out the wrong hand. Whoops. Oh. Ooh. Well, my hand has a little unsmoothness, or it wasn't cut nicely and smoothly, but that's not that big of a deal, guys. It's under the hand. It's whatever, you know. It's not gonna annoy me that much, but just telling y'all what I get, you know. If you also get the same quality. Maybe I'll just have him standing up with oops. I gotta make him stand up cool, because none of the other my SH One Piece figures are in like a fighting stance, really. They're all standing up pretty chill and idle. Actually, if he's standing chill, then I don't really need to use this, and maybe I should just use his like hat tipping hand. If I can get it to pose. Let's see. I don't think I'm sticking these. Something like this, you know? A little chilled back, lean forward, you know what I'm talking about? But he definitely needs a stand, and I do not have a stand with me currently right now. Oh wait, no. Let me pick it up. Here is a standard Tamashii Nation stand that I picked up from the Tamashii store in New York. This is going to be kind of hard. I don't really know how. Yeah, I just need to get his foot. Hold on. You're going to watch me in the process pose this guy. And it's not really working at all. Something like this. It's holding him, and he looks pretty chill. I kind of like it. A little slouched. I like it. Yeah, he's a pretty good-looking figure, I have to say. Looks relatively, really clean. Good color separation. Very unique to himself. He has his own coat, which is really rad. Removable hat, removable glasses. I don't know if you can put the hat on his face, but I really dig it, and I'm a fan that we got the three brothers. So let me know what y'all think about Sabo and this SH Figuart. Let me know what y'all think about his bro, And yeah, for me, I like it. It feels good, feels pretty good. It comes with the necessary amount of accessories. And yeah,